What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to talk about AMC, GME, as well as the broader market. After that, we're going to check the options flow for all three of them. So today, AMC was down for 5.64% for the day. $19.36 was the high for the day. Now, when we look at the average volume on AMC, it has gone down a little bit to 48.89 million, but today's volume was around 43.73 million, which is lower than the average volume. There is no major news coming out of the AMC theaters right now. Now we're gonna have the earnings for this company next month, and we just have to wait how the stock price is gonna get affected by that because we are definitely expecting there will be a beat in the earnings of AMC. They were pretty big movies that were released, and there were very big numbers on the revenue that they made out of those movies, like Spider-Man. There will be definitely a little bit of upside towards the AMC Entertainment stock towards the earnings because it's definitely a beat in the earnings of AMC. But we know what happened last time as well. When there was a beat on AMC, the next day onwards, the stock went down. So we might have to be prepared for the same thing, but there will be definitely a little bit of upside in the stock towards the earning. So now let's have a look at GME. So GME was also down for 5.76% for the day. It had a high of $125.50 for the day. Its average volume is around 3.11 million, but today's volume was slightly lower than the average volume, which is 2.27 million. Again, there is no news on this stock as well. We know both of these stocks are highly manipulated, and it's just a matter of time. If the things fall apart in the broader market, these big hedge funds might get a margin call in which they have to cover the short positions, which can create some sort of a upward momentum in both AMC as well as GME. Now let's have a look over the SPY. The SPY was down for 0.33% for the day. It had a high of $441.60 for the day. As we know, the situation is getting very tense in Europe between Russia and Ukraine. The main news that was out there today that Russia might invade Ukraine on Wednesday. Right now, trading SPY or any other stock could be very risky because you don't know what's going to be the outcome of it. Secondly, we have the rate hike fears. We know that the inflation has gone completely out of control. In order to control inflation, now the Feds have to press the brakes. When they press the brakes, they're going to press it really hard by increasing the interest rate. How much they're going to increase the interest rate is going to affect the stock market in a short term. Now let's have a look at the options flow for AMC. Now, by looking at the options flow, what whales are doing, basically they are onto the straight up put side. They are betting that the AMC is going to go down from here onwards. When I bring down a premium a little bit, I can see there are a lot of majority retail investors are also betting towards the downside of the stock. There are not many call options coming into AMC. The rest, the majority of the option flow is towards the downside of the stock. We just have to wait and see what's going to happen in the near future. We already know the stock has gone down almost over 50%, and the rest, there is nothing suspicious coming out of the options flow. Now let's have a look at the options flow for GME. Now, when I see what the whales are doing, basically they are more towards the downside of the stock. This individual is paying $238,000 in order to just bet that the GME is going to go down in another 10 days time. That's a lot of money with a very close expiration. It's a very risky bet. When I bring down the premium a little bit, I can see the majority of the retail investors as well, they are all on to the downside of the stock. But we never know, there could be a big rebound in both AMC and GME. We all know that AMC and GME both have some sort of a negative beta. That means if the SPY goes down, they might go up, but there is no sure short thing. It can happen, it might not happen. We saw it happen on Friday when the entire broader market was going down. Both AMC and GME were going up. But by looking at the rest of the entire option flow, I can tell you very clearly majority of the retail is onto the downside, but there is nothing suspicious coming out of the options flow which can indicate that somebody is betting towards a certain direction in these two stocks. Now let's have a look at the SPY. Now by looking at the SPY, I can tell you something extremely suspicious coming out in the SPY. So today someone bet $20.3 million in order to bet that the SPY is going to go down from here onwards. There was another bet of $15.4 million that the SPY is going to go down from here onwards. And the amount of contracts these individuals are buying, this is just completely out of control. One of the individual is buying 80,000 contract, another one is buying 40,000 contract. This is a clear cut indication that the SPY is going to go down. What's their strike price is, it tells a lot. They are betting that the SPY is going to go down significantly. One individual with $20 million, he's betting that the SPY is going to go below $350. Now, when I bring down the premium a little bit, we can see clearly there are a lot of individual betting a huge amount of money on SPY, and what they are betting is towards the downside. There are hardly any call buying coming in. There was this individual who spent $1.4 million in premium in order to buy a call option of $448. That's going to expire in another 3 days time. We can see over here there are few other bets which came in today, and they are all onto the downside. There is one bet of $9.8 million, and this individual is betting that the SPY is going to go around $380, and that's going to expire in another 31 days. There was another one for $8.8 million, and it's going to expire in 31 days, and it's again for $400. Right now the SPY is around $439. There was some huge bet that came in that I've already shown you. One is for 20.3 million and one another one is for 15.4 million, and they are all betting that the SPY is going to go down from here onwards. Now, as we know already, the situation is getting very serious and very tense in Europe. We don't know what's going to happen, but the way I can look at the option flow, it tells a lot that investors, especially the big whales, those who have a lot of information on them, they are very bearish on the SPY, and they are expecting that the SPY is going to go down from here onwards in the near future. Hope so you like my video. Please like and subscribe my channel, and I'm going to see you in the next one. Cheers.